Alright, this is a quick video on a tire rotation on a 2019 Honda Pilot. I wasn't going to make a video on this because I figured it was pretty straightforward, but once I started, I thought there was a couple good things to mention. First is just a standard direction to rotate tires. What I'm doing is I'm taking the back tires off, moving them directly forward, so my right rear will move forward to my right front, and my left rear will move forward to my left front, and then my front tires will crisscross to the back. So front left will go to rear right, and front right will go to rear left. And I'll show a quick diagram of what I'm talking about real quick. So the reason why I changed my mind and decided to go ahead and do a video is because this car has just under 22,000 miles on it, and we have not done a tire rotation. So I just kind of wanted to show why tire rotations are important. This is a front wheel drive car. So because of that, typically your front wheels will get more wear. So this is a front tire here. This is a rear tire I took off. And just kind of wanted to show the difference in wear after 22,000 miles. So I got this little gauge here I made out of a carpenter's pencil. This is the rear tire, so I put that in there, made a little pencil mark. And then I put the same gauge in the front tire and did a pencil mark. You can kind of see the difference there overall. Now it might not look like much. I'll take a picture and do some measurements and kind of see how big that is, but it's probably about if I had to guess, around 20-25% difference. So if you're talking about 50-60,000 mile tires, that could be a good amount of mileage. You could end up wearing off of your tires if you don't rotate them properly. You could end up losing some life from a single set of tires. So I just thought that was interesting. Thing I'll show real quick is just how I have it supported. So what I did is I jacked up the rear first one at a time. I actually put my floor jack right here under the shock in the rears, and so I did the driver rear first, jacked it up right here under the shock, and then I went around and put my jack stand at the the jacking location that they have right there in front of the rear wheel. I did the same thing in driver's side rear. Jacked up under the shock location in the rear, put my jack stand at the correct jack location, and then over in the front, I've just jacked in the specified jacking location. So I took both my rears off, and then I'm going to swap the front right first, put the right rear there, and then I'll just work my way around. A couple more things, just make sure you're always being safe. Since my front left is the last wheel I'm going to swap, I went ahead and put my chocks front and back on that wheel. I also have the car in park, and I have the parking brake set. Having the car in park should lock my front wheels. Having the parking brake on should lock my rear wheels. But again, since you're taking wheels off the ground and taking wheels off, it's good to have multiple forms of safety going. The last thing is a little tip. I used my kids' sidewalk chalk we had laying around to mark all the tires before I took them off. So you can see FL is front left, RL is rear left. I did the same thing on the right side tires, FR front right, RR rear right. Just to make sure once I have 1, 2, 3 wheels off at one time, that I didn't get confused at which wheel ended up going where. So you can see it's where I marked the other one. Alright, that's about it for now. Again, pretty easy thing. You should do it every oil change, so about every 10,000 miles. But again, we did not do it last time, so I'm a little behind on this form of maintenance. Alright guys, be safe. Thanks. So I went ahead and snugged these up with my tire iron as much as I could while it's still off the ground, using the 22 millimeter socket size. So what I'll do next is I'll just barely let the jack down till the tire is just barely touching, so that when I get my torque wrench on it and start turning it, it won't turn the tire anymore. I'm not going to take all the weight off of it. I'm just going to lower it until the tire's making contact with the ground. Alright, so the tire's now lowered just a little bit since making contact. Got my torque wrench sent to 96 foot-pounds. So now I'll go ahead and torque it up using a crisscross pattern. Alright, they're all torqued to 96. Started with this bolt. Now to finish it off, I'll do one pattern in a circle, just to double check. Alright, all good.